I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Founded in 1791, it is the gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains and home to University of Tennessee. In 1982, the city of Knoxville hosted the World's Fair. Yes, that same World's Fair in 1893 in Chicago, where Tesla did his thing, and in 1889 in Paris, for why the Eiffel Tower was built. Behind me is the Sunsphere. Standing 26 stories tall, it is made of gold and an iconic feature here in the city of Knoxville. So let's discover why this thing was built anyways. My name is Andreas. This is How to Build a World. Before the 1982 World's Fair, the site was an old railroad yard, and the city decided to invest and change it into a beautiful and extravagant park. The fairgrounds was constructed on a 70-acre site between downtown Knoxville and the University of Tennessee campus. The railroad was demolished, with the exception of a single rail line, and the train station was renovated and became a restaurant attraction for the fair. In May 1982, the World's Fair began, and the title was the Knoxville International Energy Exposition. The fair's theme was Energy Turns the World, surprisingly with a logo that looks like the Fire Nation was in charge of it. The fair lasted about 6 months and it received over 11 million visitors from all over the world. The fair turned out to be a somewhat successful World's Fair, and the last successful World's Fair. At that time, the city's residents speculated that the fair would put the city on the map and would become a major economic hub, just like the cities of Seattle and Atlanta. But sadly, the expected growth of Knoxville did not happen, and so the 1982 World's Fair did very little to change the city, except to give it a new iconic building. The Sunsphere was designed by the architects Community Tectonics, and with its unique design, it was published in several engineering publications. The Sunsphere is a 266-foot steel tower topped with a 5-story golden globe. The Golden Globe was the main structure and the symbol for the World's Fair exposition. Each pane of glass is made with 24-karat gold, giving the sphere its reflective gold color, and each window costing around $1,000 of the time of construction. During the World's Fair, the tower's color was blue to represent the color of the sky. The current color of the tower is forest green. 40 years after the World's Fair, the Sunsphere and the Tennessee Amphitheater are the only structures remaining. There have been many buildings, structures, and pavilions constructed for the World's Fair, but a lack of investment, interest, and development got these buildings destroyed. Throughout the rest of the 80s and 90s, the Sunsphere did not have tenants for the longest time. It's not bad for a building to be underutilized, but it does not look good for your most iconic building to be empty. The current park has gone through many changes. Now, it is mainly used as a performance space in cultural and community events. It is really cool for the city to have a large open park for many festivals and events happening right at the city center. When I visited, there was a festival for the kids that was really neat. Notable buildings that are next to the park are the Knoxville Museum of Art and the Knoxville Convention Center. Today, the Sunsphere stands as a symbol for the city of Knoxville that will always have something happening around it. Although the Sunsphere is the most recognized feature of the Knoxville skyline, it has remained vacant or underutilized for most of its post-fair life. Before the 2000s, many proposals have been submitted to the city for many different types of redevelopments. For example, in 1994, a developer once tried to convince the World's Fair Park Development Committee to reopen the Sunsphere as a restaurant, to create something similar to the Seattle Space Needle and the Dallas, Texas Reunion Tower. They tried calling it the World's Fair Restaurant, that included super fine dining and was supposed to be connected to the new Knoxville Convention Center. But after much convincing, the restaurant did not happen. However, in 2007, the Sunsphere opened up as an observation tower with a 360-degree view of Knoxville. The observation tower can hold 86 people. During the reopening, the level above the observation deck became a cafe. I guess it was one thing over another. And the level above that one served as an open space for anybody to lease. Surprisingly, in 2008, the cafe changed into a bar and lounge, but it eventually closed and got never spoken of again. In 2018, the City Council approved of a $2.5 million renovation of the Sunsphere and Amphitheater. This updated the Sunsphere's elevators, AC units, windows, and repainted the exterior of both structures. In 2019, the park's performance lawn closed for a $3 million renovation and in the same year reopened. That same year, the Knoxville Marathon had the finish line at the park. Now, during post-pandemic, the Sunsphere is still closed to the public. However, you can still use the elevators for some reason. But I have been at the observation deck once before, and it was nice. Nowadays, the Sunsphere stands tall in the likes of the Eiffel Tower and the Seattle Space Needle, although no one knows about it or actually agrees with that. However, there are a few interesting things that happened to the Sunsphere. This includes that time when a semi-famous band performed on top of the Golden Sphere, or when the Rubik's Cube made its debut at the 1982 World's Fair, or those 2 times when the golden glass windows broke. The first time, someone shot at it from outside the park, by accident. And the other time, when someone broke it from the inside, by accident. Or that one time a version of it was shown in an episode of The Simpsons. Whatever way you look at it, it is still a pretty cool building, and will forever be a landmark for East Tennessee.
Thank you so much for watching my video. I just recently moved into this area lately, and I'm thinking of doing a video series here in Knoxville, looking at all the mysteries and interesting things I find here in the city. Please follow me on Instagram on How to Build a World. The caricature that you saw during this video is actually my characters model for my comics. I post a comic every Sunday, and you are welcome to see it and read it, and hopefully it makes your day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.